press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello my dear students, we have been discussing about the chapter light, shadow as well as the reflections. So in the previous class we will learn about the different types of materials like transparent, opaque and as well as the translucent objects. See, transparent materials are those materials which can be allows the light to fall on them are called as transparent materials. Example for the transparent material is the mirror as well as the air. These are the examples for the transparent materials. And next one is the opaque materials. Opaque materials are those materials where light will not falls on them. If light falls on them, it will not allow to pass through other side. We call it as a opaque materials. And last one is the translucent materials. Those materials which allows the light in a partial way, not completely, and it are called as translucent materials. Example is the satin cloth and blotting paper are the examples for the translucent materials. And next we shall move on to the shadow. See, shadow is nothing but a dark color patches which is formed after when the light falls on an opaque object, then other side there is a dark patches which is formed is called as shadow. And also we learnt about the condition for the formation of the shadow. See, for the formation of the shadow there are three conditions will be required. One is the opaque screen as well as the source of the light and the opaque object. These three conditions is required for the formation of the shadow. See, this is all about the previous knowledge and the previous information which we learnt in the previous classes. And in today's class we will learn about the mirror and the reflection. Mirror and see, every morning or daily routine life we look at the mirror. See, in the mirror we see our own face inside the mirror, and you see in the mirror what you see in the mirror is nothing but the reflection of your own face. See, reflection is nothing but, see, every morning when we look into the mirror or day to day life activity we look the mirror, and if we look the mirror we see our own face inside the mirror, and what we see in the mirror is nothing but the reflection of our own face. We see different types of reflection in day to day life, and sometimes we see the reflection of different objects like tree, buildings, table, chair and houses, etc. We see different types of reflection in the mirror, and not only in the mirror we see the reflection in the water also. We see the reflection of different objects like a tree, the reflection of the sky also we can see in the water, and here like a pond and lake we see the reflection of different types of objects. See, this is how we say that the reflection is obtained when the light is falls on the mirror. See, this is all about the mirror as well as the reflection. Once again I will tell you the mirror and the reflection. See, we see the reflection of the light in the mirror. See, consider for example, if you look into the mirror, you will see the reflection of your own face. What you see in the mirror is nothing but the reflection of your own face. and this reflection having many types. See, we see the reflection in the mirror like a tree, buildings, table, houses, etc. And we also see the reflection in the water also, like ponds and different types of lakes. We can see the reflection of different types of objects. And see, when the light is falls on a mirror, there are three conditions will be formed, or three things will be formed. One by one I will write on the board. See, when the light falls on an object, see, when the light falls on a mirror, then the three conditions, mirror or the any objects, then there is a three conditions will be obtained, and in which first one is the either the light will be pass it completely through the object. If the light pass through the object, see, if the light pass through the object, then we call it as a transmitted light. See, second one is if the light get absorbed by of an object, then it is called as observed light. And the third condition is if the light get bounce back or reflected, or reflected, then it is called as a reflection of the light or the reflected light. See, and the polished surface or the shining surface reflected most of the light. Say, as I told you, mirror, by using the mirror, when the light falls on the mirror, then it will reflect it back to us, and we can see our own image in the mirror. And here, when the light falls on a particular object, then three conditions will be formed. Either it may be observed, or it may be reflected, or it may be transmitted. See, these are the three conditions which we observe when the light falls on a particular object. And here the polished surface or the shining surface which having the most reflected light will be formed. And in which first one is the, see, light falls on an object, there are three conditions will be formed, and in which first one is the, when the light falls through the object, it may be transmitted. Transmitted is nothing but the which falls on the other side. It will completely it is transmitted, means transferred to other side. We call it as a transmitted light. Such a type of light is called as transmitted light. When the light will passes through an object is called as transmitted light. And next one is when the light falls on an object, it get absorbed by an object. If the absorption will be takes place, that is the light will not falls on a other side, we call it as a absorbed light. See, for example, here I will put one object and if we focus the torch, then the light will be in the first condition, as I told you, the light passes through the object. If it passes through the object like that, it is a transmitted light. See, consider if I take the torch and here one object will be placed, and when we put on the torch, when the light will falls on to the other side, we call it as a transmitted light. See, this is one of the example of the transmitted light. And next one is as I told you, when the light is falls on a particular object, when it get absorbed is called as absorbed light. Transmission, absorption and reflection, sorry. And the reflection. Transmission, absorption as well as the reflection. See, in the first condition, when the light falls on a particular object, either it may be transmitted or the absorption will be takes place, absorption of the light or the reflection of the light. In the three conditions they will form the light. See, in the first condition, the when the light falls on a particular object, it passes through the object and it is called as transmission of the light. And see, if I put on the torch by holding or by keeping the object near to the torch, when the light rays will falls on them and it is transmitted, and these rays will falls on the other side, we call it as a transmission of the light. And the next one is the absorption. See, when the object get absorbed by the light, when it fall on particular object, we call it as a absorption of the light. See, it is the absorption of the light. See, when the light will falls on a particular object, it get absorbed and it is not transmitted to the other side. These rays will not transmitted to the other side. This phenomenon is called as absorption of the light. And next one is the light get bounced back or reflected. It is called as reflection of the light. When a particular object, if we have to keep in a one place, when we put on the torch to the particular object, we can say that the light will be transmitted to the other side. See, we call it as a reflection of the light. See, by draw the diagram, I will explain which one is the transmitted and which one is the absorption of the light here. See, consider this is the torch. And here is a object. If we put on the torch, then the beam of the light will be falls on. falls on them, and later it is transmitted to the other side. The rays will be transmitted to the other side, and such a type of process is known as transmission or the transmission light. Transmission of the light. See, light get transferred here, and it is called as the transmission of the light. See, next one is the absorption of the light. See, in the same way, if we keep the object near to the torch, and when the torch is put on, then the light will be falls on the particular object, then it get absorbed, and here there is no transmission of the light takes place here, and such a type of object we call it as a transmitted object, absorbed object, or such a type of phenomenon is called as absorption of the light. Absorption of the light, it get absorbed, these objects get absorbed, such a type of process is known as absorption of the light. Next we shall move on to the another condition, that is, if we put on the torch, when the rays of the torch is falls on a particular object, it bounces back or reflected back to the other side, and such a type of process is known as reflection of the light. Reflection of the light. See, for example, consider a mirror. If we put on in a dark room, if we put on the torch, then it will the mirror will get reflected to the other side, and such a type of process is known as reflection of the light. See, this is how the difference between reflection, absorption and the transmission of the light will be takes place. And also the polished surface or the any shining surface will having the most transmitted light will be formed. See, for example, if shining things will be kept in a sunlight, then you can observe that the reflection will be seen throughout the particular area, and this is how we can say that the polished surface or the shining surface having the most of the reflected light will be formed. So next we shall move on to the one activity is there, and this activity, the name of the activity I will write on the board. To show the reflection of the light by a mirror. To show the reflection of the light by mirror. To show the reflection of the light of a light by a mirror. See, it is the name of the activity. See, in this activity you have to learn about the reflection, how the reflection will be takes place by using the light. See, in this activity we have to take torch and some persons will be required, and see here this activity requires the person, as I told you, we have to keep in a we have to stand in a dark room, and later to 2 or 3 person we have to stand in such a way that the reflection of the light will be falls on the particular mirror. See, for example, if we hold the torch here, see, consider a person is holding the torch here and another person holding a mirror here, and one more person we have to stand in this portion or some other side, he will stand. See, consider one person is holding a torch and second person holding a mirror, and third person simply he will stand, and this is see, this activity will be done by using 3 or more than 3 persons. And see, if we put on the torch in a dark room, then the light, the rays of the torch will be falls on the mirror, and afterwards when the mirror will be slightly, we have to, if we move the mirror, then the rays will be reflected to this third person, and thereby we can say that reflection will be takes place when the light will be falls on the mirror, and thereby it will bounce back or the reflected back to other side, and this is how this activity will be done. From this activity we can conclude that light can change its path after reflection. Light can change its path after reflection of a mirror. See, from this activity we can conclude that light can change its path after reflection through the mirror, after reflection through the mirror. See, once again I will tell you activity. See, it is the first activity here, and in this activity the name of the activity is to show the reflection of the light by the mirror. See, this is the activity name, and here in this activity 3 persons or more than 3 persons is required, and one person one person is holding the torch in his hand, and another person which he is holding the mirror in front of he will stand, and another and the third person have to stand in other side, and when we put on the torch, then the rays of the torch will be falls on the second person which is holding the mirror, and later this rays will be bounced back or the reflected back to the another person, and thereby we can say that light, when the light will falls on a mirror, then it will reflect back to the other side, and from this activity we can conclude that the light can be change its path after reflection through the mirror. See, this is how we can say that light can change its path. See, light can change its path after reflection. See, we can change its path by reflecting it to somewhere, and through the mirror. If we hold the mirror, then it will reflect and it change its path, and light can be change its path through the mirror. So, this is the activity, and one more activity is there. And the second activity is light can travels in a straight line. See, this is the name of the activity, it is the second activity, and here we have to take a pipe or the paper pipe we have to make. Either we have to take a rubber tube or the pipe. See, this is the straight rubber tube or pipe we have to take, and this is the curved See, in this activity we have to take the pipe, either we have to make through the paper and in a such a way that it will stand, or in a straight way we have to make it, and in the both the corners it is there is a hole will be there. And see, we have to take the straight rubber tube or the pipe we have to take, and we have to look the candle, and we have to keep the candle in front of this pipe. See, first we have to take the pipe and look the candle through the pipe, then we can see the burning of the candle through the pipe. So here one more pipe we have to take, and this is the curved shape of it. If we look through the curved shape of pipe, we can't see the burning of the candle. From this activity we can conclude that light always travels in a straight way, in a straight path it will travel. See, in the first condition we can easily see the burning of the candle, whereas in the second condition we can't see the light, that is the burning of the candle we can't see. See, this is because the light will travels in a straight path, straight way it will travels, whereas in the curved pipe the light will be stuck on here, and thereby we can't see unable to see the burning of the candle. So this is the second activity. From this activity we can conclude that the light will travels in a straight line or the straight path. See, this is all about the activity. See, when the light ray incident on an object, then we call it as an incident ray. So this is all about the activity. See, there are many types of rays of light will be there, and in which I will write on the two types of rays here, and it is very important for you. One is the incident light, incident ray, and another one is the reflected ray. See, when the light falls on a particular object, we call it as an incident ray. See, consider if the light will falls on a particular object, it is called as incident ray. See, just when the light falls on an object, we call it as an incident. It falls on an object is nothing but the incident. When the same light falls on a object and it is reflected or bounce back to some other place, we call it as a reflected ray. And see, we can say that a ray is nothing but the lines, the ray, when the light will falls on a particular object, either it may be incident or it may be reflected. Incident means which fall on object, and thereby when the light of the ray will fall on a particular object, it will bounce back, or the reflected is called as reflected ray. See, this is all about the today's class. In next class we will learn about some more concepts which is related to this chapter. Thank you.